Alright guys, welcome back. We just took care of some housekeeping type items, and we've got the Golem Axe as well as the Man Serpent Greatsword. For pure damage, the Man Serpent Greatsword is going to win out. We've just completed Anor Londo, upgraded some items, and now we're going to access the new content area. But before we do that, we've got to do a couple things first. So we've got to make the trek down to the Hydra, dispatch the Hydra, then we got to get rid of the big golem that is keeping Dusk prisoner. Once we do that, we can then drop the Lord Vessel where it needs to be, and then hit up the Duke's Archives to get the pendant, which will allow us to unlock the shortcut. Yeah, you can't touch this great shield, my friend. Of course, the greatest enemy of a great shield is a fast bleed stacking weapon. So the gold silver tracer or a nice katana user, you know, those will give you quite a bit of trouble as a great shield user. I don't need Twinkling Titanite, so we're not even going to worry about the Crystal Lizard. We'll see if we can get to him this time. Last time we were just unable to get to him in time. He disappeared before we got up there. Oh, got him right at the last possible second. Probably another half second and it would have been too late. Last time we came down here, it was to take care of Havel so that we could get his ring. Now we're going to do away with these crystal golems before heading to the Hydra. You can, of course, get the Hydra to kill the golems by luring the golems into the path of the Hydra's magic attacks. Come on, golem. Do your jump attack. Ooh, how do you like that, guys? That is a one-shot kill. Not bad, huh? These guys are capable of dropping blue Titanite chunks. So if you need them, this is where you can farm them early on. It's not the easiest way to get... well, maybe it is the easiest way to get those chunks. That would be a good question. It could be a lot easier than it is. Let me just say that. Alright, not the best magic defense on this shield. I just needed to get the attention of the two golems so that they follow me and I can fight them back here safely away from the Hydra's magic attacks. Okay, now on to the Hydra. Well, that sucks. And so does that. That too. And that. Alright, I think we're safe at this point, but we shall see. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Well, I got pushed quite a bit there. Oops. Be careful not to walk off the ledge. One problem we'll have here, though, is we may need ranged attack towards the end, but if that does happen, we can just use the Golem Axe. One more hit, we'll take him out. How many heads are left? One? Or two? I guess 2 heads, but that one's stuck way over there, so let's go this way a little bit. And done. Dragon scales are, of course, the material you need to upgrade dragon weapons. Weapons such as the Drake Sword, Dragon Great Sword, Dragon King Great Axe, that whole line. Put on the Rusted Ring so that we can move at a good pace in here. And we will have to quit out and come back in to make the golem up here. Or golem, or golem, or gulim, or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, doesn't matter. Alright, there he is. Now we'll have a little fun. Yeah, that's still going to put us past. There we go, okay. Oh, that didn't take care of it. Huh. But that did. Hey, Dusk. Of course that would be helpful, even though we don't need it. Alright, I'll meet you on the other side. Also, if you don't want to spend the 20,000 souls it takes to buy the Crest of Artorias, or whatever that thing's called, to open up the door in the forest, you can go this way. It's the back way, and you don't have to open the door. It's probably easier just to open the door, however. Because as you get further into the game, it becomes a lot easier to get souls, and so I don't think you'll have much trouble getting 20,000 souls later on, especially if you save soul items. We wasted quite a few souls buying the steel set if we're not even going to use it, and upgrading it as well, but that's life. I don't know if you have to talk to her or someone here. I always do. I just talk to her and boom, okay. Oh, and learn gesture.
Wait, where are you?
Where am I going? I'm leaving. Proper bow with Havel's gear on just looks strange. Okay, so let's use our Homer Bones, of which we're running very low. Alright, now we want to, whoops, not do what we just did. We want to warp to Firelink Shrine and talk to Kingseeker Front. You'll see a giant snake-like creature here that you haven't seen before. If he's asleep, just give him a nice whack on the noggin.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's got tons of health, so don't worry about being able to kill him. You can anger him, however. Don't jump down there quite yet, but after you talk to him for the first time, you'll be able to jump down there after that, without having to wait for him to transport you.
This is the Firelink Chamber.
Once you put the Lord Vessel down, it opens up a whole bunch of areas that previously were not open. And we're going to go to Anor Londo. Well, in case something happens, let's make sure this is our spawn point. Now, if you do kill the Firekeeper, you can still use the bonfire to warp to. You're just unable to actually rest at it after you warp to it, but you can warp to it. I don't need what those guys guard, so we're not going to bother. Even with a slow run, you'll notice we can easily get past them. You'll see why I'm using this in just a moment. We'll see if it's effective. It may not be. Yeah, it looks like that has a limit to how far it can go. Let's try right here. Oh, that didn't work. Nope, it won't go as far as I'd like it to. Oh, nope, that doesn't do much at all. Oh my goodness, I really wasn't paying attention to that. I was trying to switch up rings, but I guess I ended up in the wrong menu, as frequently happens because of the terrible, terrible directional pad on the Xbox 360 controller. It's just awful. It's, you know, it's amazing that with all the effort they put into making this controller as good as it is, they put this floaty, garbage, one solid piece directional pad on it. It's awful, and everyone knows it's awful, and I don't know how that got through quality testing. Obviously, somebody probably pushed for that who thought that was a good idea, and he obviously has no idea what a good directional pad is. If you want to know what a good directional pad is, look at the original Nintendo. That directional pad was used by many people to masterfully play some of the hardest platforming games that we know of. It offered very precise, very specific control. It wasn't slippery, and you didn't have to worry about, you know, accidentally hitting the wrong angle with it. Oh, I forgot he lunged forward with that. Oh, great. There we go. These boars are still quite the challenge. I wonder if that's even heavier than Havel's helm. Yes, it is. That may be one of the heaviest helmets in the game. But the stats are not nearly as good as Havel's, so really, no reason to use that unless you're just trying to be funny with it. Whoa, I don't know what just happened there. Here's an easy way to get rid of this guy, watch. Just don't get too close, and you'll be fine. And there we go. Another helmet? No. I think I can level once I pop this one. Oh, I may be very close. We'll see. We'll see if I can level or not. No, but very close. Be careful, you can get shot by an arrow as soon as you come up to the top. And there's a guy right off to your left. 624. That's not bad, huh? Wow, these guys are easy with this build. Famous last words, huh? Oh, magic, magic. Oh, that didn't do much damage at all. Crystal Straight Sword. Got him before he could even get me once. And there's our pendant. Let's see if we can get rid of that channeler just because I don't want him there when I come back. Oh, come on. Watch him appear all the way up there. Yep, look at that. What a punk. Oh, you want to dance up there, huh? Oh, shoot. That didn't work. You saw how much damage those two arrows from those crystal guys did. Oh, come on. That's so cheap. Alright, well now we gotta go back and get my souls. And while we're waiting, we can break a few things. Almost gets him with a single R1. Depth perception fail. Oh, still a little depth perception fail. These guys are, of course, buffed up by the channeler, which is not good. Let's see if we can hit him now. Knocked him right out of that dance. I ruined his little groove, didn't I? Wonder how I can... You know what? Let me try something here. I should have known. Oh, come on. Oh, not bad, huh? There we go. Now, does the... Yeah, they still maintain that super buff. Okay, that's good enough. Back to the bonfire. Alright, we'll switch it back up with the Clarn Theory. And we're going to warp to the Undead Parish. Alright, rest here, make sure this is where we respawn in case something nasty happens. And head on back down to where we fought the Hydra. And that's where the portal to the new content is going to be. And we still need to finish upgrading our tower shield. Upgrading shields, other than the damage they do, if you bash or whatever, basically all it does is upgrade the stability. And the more stability a shield has, the more damage you can absorb with less of a stamina impact. Say if you have a low stability shield, you get hit, it may do like half of your stamina bar, but if you have a super high stability shield, it may only do like, I don't know, a quarter or less of your stamina bar. So basically, in terms of blocking, stability is like having lots and lots of stamina. Because if you think about it, if your blocking reduces the stamina penalty by 50%, then that's like having 50% more stamina. Okay. You know, you get used to the game, you start taking shortcuts and just hopping along and running past enemies and things. It's not because you're bored of the game. It's not because you're tired of fighting those enemies. But yes, it is because you're tired of fighting those enemies. Sometimes you just want to get to where you're going as quickly as possible. I wonder if I could do a plunge attack from this angle. It's worth a shot, huh? Nope. Oh, that was weird. This directional pad is so terrible. I honestly think probably the worst thing about the Xbox 360 is the directional pad on the controller. I just can't stress enough how horribly designed it is. It's just an awful, awful directional pad all around. The only possible justification I could try to give for its design is to make it easier to hit the diagonals, but even that's just simply not true. I kind of like the PS3's directional pad on the standard controller, but it makes it harder for diagonals, in my opinion. Of course, some of you guys are going to try to explain why that's not true. Skip, skip, skip. Okay. We'll go ahead and light this up. Though I don't think we need to reinforce it because I really don't use much Estus on this boss. Though I've never done this boss with a great shield and a heavy armor set. Although most bosses in this game are actually surprisingly easier once you have a hard-hitting weapon. A large, hard-hitting weapon makes most bosses much, much easier to kill. Because you just do so much more damage in the opportunities that you have to do damage. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was bad too. What the heck? What the heck? I was not expecting that, I gotta admit. Oh, it's always gonna catch me in that, isn't it? Wow, guys. I don't even know how you're supposed to kill this guy with heavy armor. That was terrible. I'm not able to get out of range of the attacks. I'll have to try to just absorb some of those attacks with my shield and drink through them. I don't really see another solution at the moment. I'm used to fighting the Sanctuary Guardian with a fast rolling dexterity build. What the heck? Seriously. Oh my goodness. This is the boss that's meant to prove that large weapon, great shield, heavy armor builds aren't always best. Well, I lost all my souls. But we still have 9 Estus flasks. Yeah, I can't get away from that lightning. It just hits me way too fast. And the lightning block on that is terrible. Oh, oh my goodness, please put it back on. There we go. Yep, look at that. No chance, even when running. Oh, that I can get away from just slow walking. At least I do a lot of damage. What? Since when does he do that? Since when? Okay, that lightning is going to be my biggest enemy here. Trying to get out of range of that lightning. Whoa! Did you see that, guys? Oh, that last one missed. Boom! Okay. Okay, now I'm realizing something. I was trying to play this heavy armor build like it was something else. Basically, you just gotta play it for what it is. You can't be dodging and jumping around and trying to run away from stuff. You just gotta absorb it. Makes sense? Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one, where we continue on in the Ulasil Sanctuary. Later.